All right, let's talk about constipation again. So, I used to take castor oil 2 tablespoons every day because of the fibroids. But, it got to the point after the second year I couldn't take it anymore. I was so disgusted. It was more than my self-determination. It was the fact that my brain would not let me take it after a while. It was like it would make me gag. So to avoid that, I found castor oil pill. And there's another thing that I found, it's called star anise pill. So star anise pill is known to make the colons less stickier so that the poop can go in easily through it, okay? So I don't know if you heard my previous YouTube video about constipation. I was explaining that sometimes when you have a hernia, or if you're doing gymnastics, your intestines sometimes, depending on your collagen in your body, it tends to move and get stuck in certain directions. So when it does that, poop cannot move easily through them. Okay, intestine is like a little puzzle. So you got to move things out from that easily. So star anise pill helps that. If you don't have star anise pill, like in India, we boil water. We put star anise in it. One star anise can be used for 4 days or 3 days. I used mine for 4 days. Nothing happened to me after that. It still works. The star anise can be boiled, and you save the star anise and you drink the water. So it's very powerful. Another thing that we do over here is olive oil, 2 tablespoons. Oleic acid helps increase motility. Apple cider vinegar is known for weight loss. I like it to help reduce the inflammation in the joint systems with apple cider vinegar, okay? Your body is made of 80% of water. If you are dehydrated, it doesn't help the intestines to be flexible, and they become more rigid to let the poop pass by. Very important, if you're exercising and you're not drinking water, 90% of the time your colon is not going to work. Usually, people with heart failures, when they have increased fluid in their bodies, people with cancer, when they have lymphedema, the people who overdo diets and they're not drinking water enough, people who are traveling, people who have headaches. You ever heard the pain by the ribs in the front area? That is from constipation usually. Or the hip pain, because they haven't addressed their constipation at all. Can cause to symptoms that are not being addressed for constipation. 1 teaspoon of honey is very good for reducing inflammation. Mint tea can to relax GI. Okay. Tomatoes are known for stopping cancer in prostate and breast. Breast cancer usually has mets that go to the GI area, which affects the colon, which metastasizes certain areas of the colon and the liver. So it's very important to eat tomatoes. It decreases the division of the cells. So always remember, eat fresh tomatoes or next one is strawberries. Strawberries have ellagic acid that help cell DNA to grow better. It has anthocyaninic, which helps dilation of the vessels, and it decreases neurodegeneration or aging of the cell. It increases the cell's stem cell growth, and it helps lutein. Another fruit or vegetable, avocado, is very high in fiber. It satiates hunger, so it helps you to lose weight faster. It has oleic acid, vitamin E, burns fat faster in the belly. It increases HDL, and ADK is absorbed. Apple, the skin of the apple. So all these you're eating fresh, okay? The tomatoes, the strawberries, avocado have to be eaten fresh and organic. The skin of the apple contains cholinergic acid, ellagic acid, like the strawberries, and they have procyanin, so it helps with the stem cells. It has increased fiber, which helps with weight loss and GI motility. Like I said, GI motility is the key part, so like star anise, apples are also very useful. Grapefruit has vitamin C, and it remodifies the gut ways. So remodification of the gut way, not just by the teff, it is done by grapefruit also. It helps decrease cancers in the bladder, lung, esophagus pancreas, stomach, and bladder. It helps wrong cells to formulate. It helps to prevent wrong cells from formulating for cancer. It slows digestion so that increased motility to it slows the digestion so that it increases motility. So some of the things that we say for neurogenic nerves to grow is dark chocolate, blueberries, walnut, coffee. If you do drink coffee, it has to be plain black. It helps neuro regeneration of the nerve and not help increase the blood flow, blood circulation towards the cell. It increases motility also. Darker the chocolate, 77% is better for you. Like I said before, no milk. Milk has fat that covers the coffee and decreases and does not help the cancer cells to be destroyed. It decreases the production of stem cells. Pears have 6 grams of fiber. It's different types of pears in different species you gotta eat. Buy them from, my mother always told me to buy all fruits from different companies. Don't buy it only from one company, because different companies have get their nutrients from different parts of the world. So it's important to get different breeds or types and different from different stores also. Okay. It has a soluble fiber that decreases cholesterol. It has prostaglandin. The heart, it's good for the heart. It absorbs water. You have to drink water when you're eating pears. So the fibers have 2 types of fibers. The insoluble fibers attracts water to poop. It helps to get rid of poop that is stuck in the colon due to cancer or pelvic organ prolapse, hernias, or poor cartilage systems. So nuts, seeds, brown rice, quinoa are the best examples that help it. Anything that helps collagen growth is very good for you. Almonds, 4 ounces have 4 grams of fiber. Pistachio, half a cup, has 3 grams of fiber. It doesn't. I didn't write the amount of protein it has. That's what I forgot. Chia has half a cup. It has 10 grams. Cranberry is also filled with fibers. Carrot and banana are like will increase the water intake in your body so that they are increased in fiber. So consider under insoluble fiber. Smoothies, you can add ice to it, so that way you can increase the water intake. So don't forget star anise. It is for increased motility of gut. Children have difficulty with eating sometimes. They do not tell you they have difficulty eating because they have stomach pain. They're probably under stress and they're not going to tell you. If they're straining on the underwear, just think that it's difficulty eating. Bread made with chia, flax, and star anise is what you give to them, and that will help them to increase their motility easily. And have them to eat smoothies. 1 teaspoon of olive oil or castor oil is very good for the children. Children affected by travel, school, change of activity, separation, divorce, moving between cities, high stress situations like bullies or high anxiety, make them to be constipated. The only ways to redirect them, to occupy them, to keep their minds busy, and when their minds are busy, they're going to accomplish goals, and when they achieve goals, they're going to succeed. Their anxiety will go down. So life situations we cannot change for these children. There's so much of stress sometimes that they're not able to process it. Learn them to teach strategies that are like for playing Go, playing Monopoly, playing chess. They help you strategies how to make friends sometimes to how to make things work for them better. Learning a musical instrument, learning a sport, help the brain to develop to reaction time, learning to escape from places, at the same time following instruction for a certain period of time without interruption. Because when you learn to follow instruction for a long period of time without instruction, it makes your mindfulness to increase in your brain. Cognitive behavior therapist is very highly recommended for these cases because you're giving them tools to learn to cope with society without affecting your personal hygiene. So it is important to teach them how to use psychology to communicate effectively to the adults who are limiting their problem or causing their problems, okay? Usually the children who are skinny or elderly adults who are super skinny complain about headaches, they complain about hip pain, they have chest pains right around the rib cage area, and you can see them sometimes they're very, very dehydrated. Teaching them to have a habit of eating salads and fruits are very important. Drinking smoothie is important. Teaching them increased BMI in kids, the side effects of steroids, antibiotics, breathing treatments, which are necessary for them at the time or that they are sick, but they need like cultural. It's that helps the GI to get new gut biome that'll help keep their GI motility safer. They have to rebuild their biomes the natural way. So anything that helps naturopathic healing is more better off for them. Don't force them into exercises. You're actually going to hurt their joints and their ligaments because obesity is not caused by eating candy usually. It's with steroids and antibiotics. It's the medication causing that. And corticosteroid, if you decrease their kidney cortisol levels, they will actually calm down. So get them to CBT training, get them activities that will help them to achieve goals that are only possible by them. You know, it's easier to put down a child, but it's hard to build them up. So you have the choice to rebuild a child in the most loving way you can. Any child that knows that is loved has a higher probability of making a difference and impact in this world. So even though I'm speaking in constipation about children, even in adults, sometimes when I tell them that they are loved, they're safe, they're secure, their impact on themselves and their healing is faster. So I highly recommend us being more positive input to others, okay? Some adults need to help to disinfect. In National Institute of Health, they specifically say children cannot be disinfected. Use olive oil, castor oil, dates and prunes, okay? If they don't like to eat dates and prunes, you can bake it into the cakes and give it to them. It's very high fiber, it's very high in iron, it's healthy. Use tough, okay, as the gluten part. They say for adults according to Oxford University, they said adults can have to practice disinfection for 3 weeks, and then they have to stop disinfection, let the body do its own thing for 2 weeks, and then start it again. Okay, that is for helping with like fibroids, with cancers, with steroid effects. They need to do this. So even women in their premenopausal, it's very recommended try to disinfect as frequently as needed, okay, or use castor oil pills. If the stool is hard as pellets, it means that they're dehydrated and they need increased fiber content, okay. Oxford, if children block the toilet, that means the rectum is distended already. So you have to see a dietitian, get nutritional needs adjusted, and help the intestines to get lubricated on the inside. So like I said, star anise, castor oil, olive oil, they are in pill forms. You can take them. You are not getting bored by it, so it's safer on you. The Oxford University specifically says the kids can do like castor oil pills only for 2 weeks. No more than that. Then you have to get their bodies to rest. Okay? Now remember, 80% of your body is made of water. The only person who cannot listen to that and not drink water would be a heart person who's in stage 3, or a kidney person who's going through failure at stage 4. So everybody else has to drink water. It makes the intestines to be elastic and help out the poop to get out more effectively. Those who are not drinking water is not helping the poop to go. So water is needed, and eat more insoluble fibers versus soluble fibers. Soluble fibers absorb the water. Insoluble fibers do not absorb the water. All right. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day.